Thank you, Dr. Mahmood, for your kind words. Where is Mush? First, before I invite the next speaker, I would like to thank the director of the library, Jeannie, and assistant director, and our staff to give us this facility. And I request Mayor Peter Kentu to convey my gratitude to her and to her staff. Now our next speaker is Dr. Farooq Mohsen. He is an engineer, environmental engineer by training. He read the manuscript of the first book, Born in Bengal. And I hope I gave him the completed book. He might have some reading also other part of the book. So now I request Dr. Farooq Mohsen to make comments on the book. And after that, I'll request Peter, so you don't have to wait. Okay, please.
Good afternoon. Peace be upon you all. What better day to introduce a book on the bullets of 71 that the day after Aung San Suu Kyi was released from prison for after 15 years in prison in Myanmar, the country neighboring to Bangladesh, and going through similar hiccups we went through. There is a big difference than what went in Bangladesh. The difference is, in Myanmar, the government of the US is in favoring the victims. Unfortunately, that was not the case in Bangladesh. As Dr. Nabi mentioned, the documents, the state documents of 71 has been released for public consumption, and you can look at it in the internet. And you will see that atrocities committed by the Pakistan junta was recognized, reported in no uncertain terms. Actually, the words are like this: genocide is taking place in Bangladesh. This is what the ambassador wrote in italics or a report to the state government. And the State Department of Henry Kissinger just bypassed it. Nothing happened. In fact, we were under the false impression that to get the greatest democracy on earth would of course be on side of Bangladesh, because the Sheikh Mujib was the, clearly he had the mandate of the people of the country, and he was supposed to form the government. That didn't happen. I would also take another point that Dr. Nabi said. Unfortunately, the struggle in Bangladesh is one of the most forgotten struggles. By UN accounts, 3 million people were killed. And I am not here to justify the numbers. The numbers could change, but millions were killed as recent as 1971. Dr. Darwin tells that we lost our tail and we became human beings. Yet, the human history is littered with how animal-like man can be. We talk about massacres, we talk about genocides, but unfortunately they are not equally weighted. We know more about Rwanda probably. The Hutus, we know about them. We know about the slaughter that took place in Germany, the Holocaust. But I bet if you talk to your colleagues here, they do not know that 3 million people were killed by UN standards. Yet that's true. It happened, and much more recently. The massacre in the Holocaust took place between 1938 and 44. 6 million Jews were massacred, and we should all reject that. But this is also something that happened. 3 million people When 9/11 happened, I met my boss, Bijan Baus, a wonderful Jewish person. He called me and asked me, Farouk, what's going on? Can you tell me why is this happening? I asked him the question, Joe, do you know how many people were killed in Bangladesh in 1971? He said, no. And he is one of the most well-read persons. And this is true for, in general, most of this, my fellow countrymen here, do not know. And so I really admire Nabi to bring it out, because this has to be told. Lots of books have been written about the massacre, but most of them are in Bengali, including his earlier ones. For people like us, we already know it. As my previous speaker said, we actually lived through this. We know it, and goosebumps do come. When I was reading, I was helping Noor to do some editorial corrections, and it was something that brought goosebumps. Every page is filled with incidents that I could relate to, and very well written. But the people around the world do not know. They don't know. So I'm not going to take the thunder. I applaud him, and I really ask you to take the time to read, because you will find that things happen that you had no knowledge about, and as recent as 1971, 40 years ago. Yet we know about things that happened back when, in 38, or even older events. We know about it. But something is striking how forgotten this thing is. And Noor has done a wonderful contribution by bringing it to the forefront and at least giving other people to read it. Please do read it. You will find it not only, as my previous speaker said, not only it is factual. You will find it is a wonderful reading. You will like it. I guarantee that you will like reading it. That you will probably finish it in one breath if you start reading. So again, it was a pleasure. Dr. Nabi, you've done a wonderful job of bringing a fact that is forgotten to the people outside Bangladesh. That's very good. Thank you very much.